Okay guys, let's start colouring in. Now, I've already chosen the colours, 3 simple colours for this one, right? So, we're going to have a nice pink flower, yeah? Simple. These are very, very wet. These are felt tips, by the way, these are not acrylics. Easier to move around. Get your colour on there. Very easy to manipulate. You've got plenty of time. They're very wet. In fact, we may even have to start. We may have to leave that for a few minutes before we start manipulating it. So let's just get the colour on. You see how easy that's going on. Right, let's see how this moves. Yes, very wet. Don't forget, this is only the first coat, so don't be too disappointed with your first coat results. That is really wet. So you're going to have plenty of time here to manipulate all this colour in. You don't get as much time on the darker bits, so you might want to head for them first. This is a real easy one for new people to colour in tiles who want to give it a go. With, as you will see, amazing result at the end. And it's only 3 colours. If you haven't got a yellow, make it 2 colours. It'll be just as effective. Little foreign body there. And again, I think I said in my last tutorial, Nicky Norton suggested if you didn't want to use your fingers, I think, you know, a baby cotton bud would do just as, probably manipulated just as good. But I've always used my fingers, so I have no reason to change. I've gotten used to the coloured fingers now. Actually, I wouldn't advise doing it, but a little drop of bleach on the end of your fingertip, leave it for a minute or so, and then use a scratchy pad or something and just wash it off. But I'm not advising anybody to do that. I've got tough skin. I've worked with paper all my life, so really thick skin. Okay, just get myself some tissue there. Right, now as you can see, that finger's all pink, so I'll use this finger for the green. Let's get this green on. a bud. That's a bud there coming out. So we just leave a little bit of white there. That's going to be pink. Most of the stems are green on roses. So these stems, they just go straight up and stems are green on roses. So use a different finger to rub that green in. That's rubbing in nicely. Come over that, but we'll pick it out. These darker areas, you do need to be a little bit quicker with your fingers, because it seems to dry quicker on the darker areas, the more lasered area. That explains it more a bit better. Gone on the rose a little bit there, just comes off. Use your pink finger again, for want of a better word. That lovely green in. Now this here, that looks like the end of a stem. Somebody's cut a rose off. So that's going to be green, but we might fill that in with a lighter colour so it gives the effect of a cut stem. So we just leave that for now. I forgot which finger I was using for a minute. Okay, it's another bud. In the middle of that, I think is a new flower emerging, so we'll just leave the middle out there for now. And as you can see, there's no great skill to it. Obviously with a more complicated picture you have to take your time, but this one, it's a really simple picture. You just lap it on, basically. The detail is already there, done by the laser. That pink is still really wet. Look at that. Got ourselves another bud here. Doesn't look like it's got an emerging bud, so an emerging flower, so we'll just go over that. You can please yourself on these pieces, guys. I'm doing a pink rose, could be a red rose. Red will dry very quickly, it always has. I don't know what kind of pensies I've got, but I find red really dries quickly, so it has to be really quick if you want to do a red rose. And this has got an emerging bud as well. An emerging flower, sorry. It is a bud. So Okay. There's your green on. I don't think there's going to be much more need to be done with the green there, really. Okay. Let's take our pink again. I think that is an emerging bud there. So, smaller bits, especially if it's wetting, just give it a little tap with your finger. Do me. I'm not sure if there's a bit of a bud coming out of that one. We'll give it a little tinkle. That is definitely a flower emerging from a bud. That needs to be filled in. Just give it a little tap because it's only a small area. Yes. I don't know if you've ever cut a bud, a rose off a bush, it does go quite yellowy. So just going to do that yellowy. Give it a little tap with a different finger again. I'm going to leave that like that, as that just gives the impression that one has just been nipped off there. Okay. Let's go back to our flower. And that is still amazingly wet. So, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to leave that 20 minutes or so. So it dries a little bit and then we'll come back to it.